With 2022 fast approaching or upon us, depending on when you're watching this video, I wanted to give you some tips if you're looking to buy a house in 2022. Tip number one, and the most important one, is talk to a lender. You literally can't do anything unless you have a lot of cash sitting around without a lender. They're almost more important than a realtor is. Dare I say that? So reach out to a lender. If you know one, call them, maybe talk to a couple. If you don't know any, reach out to me. I don't have any financial benefit of recommending any of the lenders that I work with, but I do have the benefit of having worked with them before, so I know they deliver. And make sure you choose very carefully your lender, because some lenders are known for just handing out pre-qualifications like they're candy at Halloween, and that won't help you win in a competitive market like we have. Contrary to popular belief, you don't actually need 20% down to buy a house. Now, it will save you a lot of money, because 20% down means you won't have primary mortgage insurance, and that adds a lot to your monthly payment. But you can still get a loan, a mortgage on a house, for as little as 3 or 5% down. So on a $500,000 house, it's about $25,000 for the down payment. Make sure you're saving not just for the down payment, but also for the out-of-pocket costs that come along with buying a house. The biggest one that a lot of people don't realize right away is the inspections. Inspections can range anywhere from about $400 up to $800 or $1,000, depending on how many and what kind of inspections you need to do. Also, you might inspect more than one house if we get that far in the process, and that's all money out of your pocket. So make sure you've got some money set aside for out-of-pocket costs during the escrow process. Be prepared for disappointment. I hate that I have to say that, but it doesn't look like this coming year is going to be a whole lot different than the last year. I think we're going to have some more inventory, but it's still going to be really competitive. So it's likely that you will offer on more than a couple of houses. You'll probably miss out on a few, and a few of them will feel like they were your dream home. I say it more as a way of just prepare your heart, prepare your emotions to potentially be disappointed. Now, my goal is that you won't. My goal is that we can secure something for you right away with no issues, but I know better than that. So prepare for some disappointment, but at the end of the day, when you finally do close on that house, it's gonna be one of the happiest days that you've ever had. Be prepared for multiple offer situations. And what I mean by that is that it's looking like 2022 is probably going to be pretty similar to 2021, meaning great houses are going to have more than one offer, sometimes a lot more than one. And so you need to be prepared as a buyer to put your best foot forward. We maybe need to consider potential appraisal gap coverages to cover any gap in the appraisal. We might need to consider some other creative strategies. I've got a whole bunch of creative strategies that we can utilize if we need to, but just be prepared that we might have to put a little bit of extra special sauce on that offer to get it accepted. Really dial in your non-negotiables. So what are those items that a house absolutely has to have? Otherwise, it's a non-starter for you. That's gonna help you find the right properties, is when you really, really dig deep and know exactly what you can and can't live with in a home. Area is super, super important. So whether it's being close to a school, being close to work, church, family, whatever it happens to be, make sure that you dial in that area, maybe even a specific neighborhood, maybe a couple of neighborhoods. And that helps us for a couple reasons. One, if you're not looking to buy for a while, we can keep an eye on those neighborhoods and know exactly what's happening in those neighborhoods. Also, if we're really struggling to find houses, maybe we're missing out on some because other people have offered more, when you have a specific neighborhood or a couple of neighborhoods you want to look in, I've got some tools and resources. I can actually reach out to homeowners and try to see if any of them are considering moving soon, and we might be able to find something off market for you. It makes it a lot easier for me to be able to secure a property for you when you have a specific area that you're interested in living in. Be prepared to move quickly. And I mean really quickly. And I don't mean move out of your house. I mean move on a property that we think might work. Now, if we get an offer accepted, we still have 10 days to do our inspection, our due diligence, and make sure, really verify this is the right house for you. So in the past, maybe you spent a few days thinking about maybe doing a little bit of research to see if this was the right house for you. In this market, the way things go is if you find a house and it looks like it's pretty darn good, pretty close to what you need, we put in an offer on it. We put a competitive offer in on it. We go under contract, and if in those first 10 days we find out, you know what, it really isn't what we thought it was, that's what that inspection period's for. To get those properties, to secure a property, you have to be ready to move, to write an offer quickly. That includes having a pre-qual, a current pre-qual. In case you didn't know, pre-quals actually expire, but a current pre-qual either in your email box or more preferably in mine, so I don't have to get it from you when we're ready to write that offer. Work on boosting your credit score. Your lender can help you dial in exactly what kind of things you need to do to increase your credit score, because if you're looking to purchase maybe in another 2 or 3, 4, maybe 6 months, there's quite a bit of time there to improve your credit score. And an improved credit score means lower interest rates. Sometimes it means a little bit better loan program. It just depends on your situation. But increasing that credit score will definitely help you maximize your buying power in 2022. Save for post-move-in costs. Now, you've closed on your house, you're moving in, and there's just a ton of incidentals that come up. Maybe it's some new furniture because you got a bigger house, you maybe got a guest bedroom, you need to put a bed in there. You're gonna go to Home Depot because you're gonna get light bulbs, or you're gonna fix something, or an extension cord, or maybe now you have a lawn, so you need a lawnmower. I joke that every time you go to Home Depot after you buy a new house, you will spend $100, regardless of what you went in for. If you went in for a paintbrush, you're gonna walk out having spent $100, just kind of par for the course. So make sure you've got some money set aside or saved up to pay for some of those post-home purchase items. Also think about, you're gonna have to eat out a little bit more, because when you first move into your house, you probably won't be able to cook right away because you're gonna be transplanting your kitchen. So be prepared to have some extra costs once you move into your house. Finally, this is super, super important. Don't open any new financing. This is important both before as well as during the escrow process. So if you're thinking about buying a house maybe later this year, and you open up a new credit card, or you purchase some furniture or a new car or something like that, that adds debt or available cash on hand. It shortens the age of your credit. A bunch of different factors that really do affect your credit score and your ability to borrow. So don't open any new accounts unless you absolutely have to. When you're under escrow, do not ever open up a new line of credit or anything like that. A lot of people get excited about their new home and they go out and buy their new furniture for their living room. And if you do it before you close, you run the risk of not closing and losing that house. So I can't stress to you enough, when you're buying a house or you're interested in buying a house, other than the mortgage, you don't want to open up any new financing. Well, I hope you found these tips helpful. If you are looking to buy in 2022, reach out to me. I can connect you with a lender if you need one. Also, I'd love to just sit down with you and talk about a game plan, talk about where you're looking to move and kind of your timeline. And let's put together a game plan to make sure that when you're ready to buy in 2022, it is a wild success, because I want to deliver a better quality experience.